Alrighty, and we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's viewer choice live stream. Now, today's broadcast is going to be a little bit different because today I'm actually letting you guys pick what we're going to do. Now, just want to give a few minutes for people to start turning up, and we can get rolling. Moldy Salsa. Oh, hi. Welcome in, Marie. So glad you could join us today. Happy to have you in. Looks like you're the first in stream. It usually takes a few minutes for my regulars to start showing up. So that's why I haven't started anything yet. And before I forget, I'm going to click do this. Oh, I don't think my voice is that amazing. But nonetheless, I appreciate the kind words. I actually just did a live stream over on Reddit earlier, RPen, and I had a couple people tell me I had a soothing voice. So I guess you're not the only one who thinks that. Now, ideally I'd like to get a couple more people in here before we start the voting. My day has been alright, although it technically only just started. As you know, I slept most all of yesterday, and I just woke up around, I want to say, 9 a.m. this morning. Like our previous discussion, I have a really bad habit of sleeping long periods. And as a result, consequently, I literally miss entire days. Anyways, I suppose it couldn't do any harm to show what the pickings are for today. So, oh, and we got another viewer. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu Dark Mist has graced us with his presence today. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with him, Deja Vu Dark Mist is the president of the Dark Mist Enclave, and he operates his own live streams from the year 3020. You can actually find him over on twitch.tv. I would strongly recommend checking him out. He has a very eccentric personality, and an equally eccentric fan base. Now, of our options today, since it's a viewer's choice live stream. Oh, also, Mari, since apparently Deja can't hear me right now, you might have to communicate with him on my behalf in the chat, if you would be so kind. But today is a viewer's choice live stream, and I've got 4 different options for you guys to choose from. First up, we have, which just came in the mail today, a R3M2 polybag. And now I've never personally watched it myself, but I do believe R3M2 was featured in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. This one is kit number 40268. It contains 22 pieces, and the recommended age is 6 and up. Our second choice is a poly bag for an AT-ST, featured in both the prequel and the original trilogy. This is kit number 30054. It contains 46 pieces, and the recommended age is between 6 to 12. Third, we've got quite possibly my oldest Lego set to date. Got this off of eBay, but this is the mini Star Destroyer. It's kit number 4492. It contains 86 pieces. RER, I'm trying to remember where I've met you before. Your name doesn't really ring a bell, but it was Polarity. And the recommended age is 7 and up. And then option 4 is a mystery box. Oh, that makes sense. Yep, I'm one of Fitz mods. And as I said, option 4 is a mystery box that is off camera right now. And you guys are going to be the ones to decide which one gets built today. So I think we've got enough viewers now to where we could actually start the voting process. All right, that's 1 vote for mystery. Okay. Sounds good. Option 4, yep, that's correct, Ari. There is an off-screen option 4 that only if picked I will be building. Now just a quick recap. We've got our first three, which is the Mini Star Destroyer, R3M2, or the AT-ST. Those are the three known, and the fourth is an unknown, which is a mystery box. Oh, and we got another viewer in. Welcome in, friend. You were just in time for today's Viewer's Choice live stream. Oh, excuse me. So far, we have one vote for option 4, and that's an off-screen mystery box. I'm just waiting for a couple more votes to finalize. Oh, was that? I thought it was phrased as a question. My bad. Okay, that is 2 votes for option 4, the mystery box. Can we get 1 or 2 more, maybe? The prospects are looking pretty good for the mystery box right now, I must say. And I was also kind of hoping it might get chosen, not gonna lie. So, a couple more votes, and then we will see what everyone wants. Ugh. And so far, it looks like we're about at 13 minutes for the broadcast. Not too bad. Still got about 70% on my phone, so we should have more than enough to make it through today's stream. And so far, we are sitting at 2 votes for option 4, the mystery box. If we could get 1 or 2 more, that would be perfect. Wheat Yeezys, you vote mystery as well. That's 3 votes for mystery box, and I think that's decided it. So let me just clear these out. Justice Porter, welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome to everyone just tuning in for today's live stream. Today is a viewer's choice live stream that's going to be focused around Lego Star Wars kits. And we just wrapped up the voting process. Oh, did you now, Wet Yeezys? Well, I'm glad you were one of the ones who tuned in. Yeah, I appreciate the support. Oh, dear me. But since voting is over, I'm now going to be unveiling option 4, which is our mystery box. Now let me just quick reorient the camera, facing towards the table. Now, y'all voted, and this is what we're going to be doing today. This is the 2020 LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. I'm just going to do a little zoom here. This is kit number 75279. It contains 311 pieces, and the recommended age is 6 and up. Now, I don't know if you can quite see, but this set contains quite a few holiday-themed characters. One of which, if you give a little zoom here, is a ugly sweater Christmas Darth Vader. We've also got a red-nosed Tauntaun, a Christmas hat Dio, and then if you look way, I'm so sorry for my terrible camera focus. If you look way in the back, you can see our little snowman gonk droid, or GNK droid. Why am I building Legos? Well, that's an excellent question, Justice Porter. To answer it, it's because I am a Lego YouTuber. And the focal point of my channel, which recently passed 2,000 subscribers, is Lego Star Wars. So now let's go ahead, crack this open, and see what we got. Well, that's quite alright, Justice. Even if you stumbled upon my stream by accident, I'm glad to have you here. So we're going to open up our first panel. It looks like this one is actually our Santa hat Dio. So I'm going to go ahead and find wherever I put my scissors, right here. Give this a little snip open. Well, I'm glad you think so, Moldy Salsa. I'm happy for everyone who's turned up today. And whether or not they decide to stick around is completely up to them. I'm just here to entertain. Yeah. It looks like they have the little Santa hat in its own separate bag, so I just have to get that out quick. And we're going to build our first little guy. And it looks like with this, it doesn't come with actual paper instructions, but rather it's got a little diagram on the inside of each panel for how to build. So we're going to go ahead and stick our little Dio on his base. Yep, it was indeed Moldy Salsa. Option 4 was the Advent Calendar. That's why I was so glad you guys picked it. And we're going to take this little white stud, plug it onto the back of his head, and I think, let's see, the Santa hat just goes directly on. Looks like it. Nice. Oh, excuse me. So that is our first little build. And here you got well, I was actually planning on doing the whole thing. I didn't realize that the Advent calendar meant you had to go day by day. I just planned on doing it all in one swoop. Huh. Well, now you've got me in a bit of a conflict. Shoot. But anyways, here's your little Santa hat Dio. I'm less worried about my own personal fun and more for your guys' entertainment. Besides, I've actually been looking forward to building everything in this kit. So we're just gonna set down our little Santa hat deal and move on to the next panel, which is Luke Skywalker, it looks like. Now give this a little clip open. Dump him out. Now thankfully the Lego figures, the little minifigures are pretty self-explanatory, so you don't really need instructions for how to build them, especially if you're as familiar with Legos as I am. So we're just going to attach the body to the legs, and then make sure his little head doesn't roll off the table. Put that on his shoulders, and then his hair. And then we'll finish it off with his little viewfinder. And there you've got a little Luke Skywalker minifigure. And I must say, they've gotten really detailed compared to how LEGO Star Wars used to be. Back in 1999, when they first originally came out, all LEGO minifigures still had the default yellow skin. But they've since actually given them flesh-colored skin to match their film depictions. So there's Luke Skywalker. I'm going to set him right next to DL. And then we're going to open panel number 3, which is what appears to be a mini snowspeeder. Oh, these scissors are not sharp. Oh dear. And then we'll get this emptied out. And, this looks like a little more involved build, but I think I should be able to manage. I might just have to turn it this way for a quick moment so I can see it. Alright, so we're going to take these. Then on top, it's going to go, not that, but these. And then, looks like we're going to add on the clear window pieces, like so. And then followed by a flat white piece. And there's one half done. Then for the other half, looks like we're going to take 2 of these. What was the one Lego set that I enjoyed the most? Now, are we specifically talking Lego Star Wars or Lego in general? Because as far as Lego Star Wars goes, I've only had a small handful, but I think the most fun set I've had so far was the Luke Skywalker Landspeeder I recently built. And then this can go on top here. And add the little gun turret. Make sure it's facing rear. And we can add on these. And make sure they're flush. I have to call that good. And this is just going to tab on to the back, like so. Just make sure everything's orientated. And is that it? I think that's it. It looks like our little mini land speeder is finished. Did I say land speeder? Silly me. I meant snow speeder. This is a mini replica of the snow speeders featured in Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, the ones that were used to combat the giant AT-AT walkers. There's a rather neat method they have of tripping them up with the tow cables. Interesting bit of film knowledge there. So there's the mini snow speeder finished. I'm just going to go ahead and put all the extra parts up in the compartments because I'll be reusing this for storage after we're done today. So these are going to go up here. And then, no, don't worry about that later. Excuse me. Now for our next panel, open that up. Looks like this one. Ooh, this one is a mini Republic attack cruiser from Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Oh, silly me, I could have just opened this with my fingers. I didn't need to cut it. Oh dear. Okay. This looks like another fairly simple assembly. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, face this rearwards. Why it's done. Oh. And add on the red piece. And I'll go ahead, connect this like so. Actually, first, add these on. And then fill out the sides with these. And then we'll take this, put these on either side. Excuse me. So is everyone enjoying our little live stream so far? Then take these three. Truthfully, I prefer Lego sets with a theme. I mean, I'd honestly have no problem building or from a random assortment, but I'm not the most creative when it comes to building block sets, to be completely honest. Oh, I think that was okay. I see. I goofed. This is actually supposed to go on like this. Then we can plug this on. Like so. Then this will go on to the front portion. And I think that's it. Is that it? Looks about right to me, unless I missed anything. So anyways, here we have the mini Venator class Republic Attack cruiser featured in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This was used to transport the armies of Stormtroopers to Geonosis and other planets. And for a mini replica, it is very nice. The colors match perfectly, being picked out in red and white. So we're going to set that down next to our snow speeder. I'm going to stretch quick because I'm cramping up from being hunched over. I'm going to toss the extras in their little compartment. Oh. And then we'll move on to our next panel. And it looks like this one is in fact our little snowman gunk droid. Go ahead. An accent. Well, I do live in Minnesota, so that could very well be the accent you're hearing, but I never really thought I had an accent of any kind. I think it's just because if you live in some part of the US, you get used to your own accent, so it doesn't really seem different from anyone else's, at least to your own ears. So to build our little snowman gunk, I'm going to go ahead, start with the main body. Just one of these. I believe Oh, this is a little bit different of a process. I'm usually a little more comfortable with the written instructions. So I have to kind of figure it out by the diagram alone. Let's see. So I think we're going to go, first I'll make the legs then. So we're going to take these. Take them on like so. And then for the feet, it's going to be this. I think in the bottom center for balance. And then finish with two of these. Because if you've ever seen gunk droids, they're kind of awkward and wobbly, like so. They just kind of amble back and forth without any rhyme or reason. So then we can probably start on the main body. That's going to be one of these. Top with two of these. And another one of these at the rear. Followed by this. And then this. This is going to make up the upper portion and face for the snowman gunk. And that can go in there. Then we'll just go ahead and put this black stud up on the top. And we'll put his little tree branch arms in on either side. And we can take and put his little carrot nose. But first, make sure it has a proper connector for the nose. I'll go in the front. Put his little carrot nose on. Or did I not do that right? Oh, because it goes in the other way. It's kind of like an inverted snowman, I see. Interesting. All right. All right, so how's chat doing? So far, so good? Nice. Then we can go ahead, take the upper body, attach that to the lower body, feet. And then we can just finish him off with his little snowman top hat. And that'll go on like so. And there you have your little snowman gonk droid. And isn't he just the most handsome little snow gonk you've ever seen? Oh, I love him. I'm going to set him down here next to our cruiser. And then store the pieces. And go ahead and open our next panel. And it looks like this one is Ben Kenobi's hut from Episode 4, A New Hope. Empty that out. Check battery life, 56%. Okay. Now to build this, looks like that in place. Take 2 of these, form out the base. And then one of these, as well as 2 of these, looks like. Peg this on to hold the foundation together. Make sure everything's flush and lined up properly. Excuse me. And we can peg this down on the front. Get on this little piece. Then take another one of these, the dome. Add that onto the base. Go to the other side. Repeat the same process. And then lastly, it looks like we're going to take this, add this onto the top. I believe this is some sort of antenna. But from there, we're going to peg that onto the rear. And I believe that is it for the hut. Now here's a little close-up of it. Mini-scale mock-up of Ben Kenobi's hut. Now, if any of you have watched Episode 4 before, which is part of the original trilogy, this is where Kenobi resided as he was watching over Luke, following the years between Episodes 3 and 4. And he just had a sort of little hermit hut on Tatooine that he would reside in. And this is a nice little miniature version of it. And I'll just set this next to our little snow gonk. Toss our little extra piece in there. Close up the first row. And move on to the second. Let's open up Number 7. And this is going to be a battle droid, it looks like, which is another minifigure variety. Just open this bag up, dump him out, and assemble him. Fairly easy. Get his head on. And give him his little blaster. Now here is our little mini battle droid. And these guys were featured prominently between episodes 1, 2, and 3. So all 3 parts of the prequel trilogy. These were the droid. This was the droid army utilized by the Separatists to combat the Republic. And battle droids were fairly simple machines. Didn't take a lot to take out a bunch of them, especially if you're a lightsaber wielding Jedi. Oh, and it looks like I missed a couple pieces. No wonder it looked funny. So let me just switch that over quick. It's actually supposed to have this kind of arm. Huh. Surprised I missed that small detail. But here's him with the proper arm. There's a little battle droid with his blaster. And yeah, it's a nice little miniature. It's a shame they were decommissioned at the end of episode 3. I quite liked battle droids. So we'll go ahead, toss the spare pieces back in there, and we'll set him down next to the Obi-Wan hut. Next up, we've got... Oh, don't. Please don't rip. Please don't rip. Ah. Ooh. Next up, we've got a mini Millennium Falcon. I've actually quite been looking forward to this one. So we'll tear that open, dump it out. All the pieces. And get started. So it looks like, ooh, this is a bit of a complicated one. Let's see here, how are we gonna do this? Looks like the base is a 4x4 square. So let's start here. Maybe? Huh. Oh, I see now, okay. So I'm supposed to have this going down the center. That makes sense. So like so, I'm pretty sure. We can take and plug these. And at the rear, we'll have these. This would honestly be so much easier with actual written instructions. My goodness. Okay, so that's a little too far on. Space those out a little more. Okay, I think I see what I need to do. So we'll go ahead, put that on, followed by one of these, I believe. And then, the other side, we're going to do another one of these. Actually, I'll just do it like the diagram says. Put that on like so. And then followed by one of these greenish brown pieces. Gray is done. And then I believe this portion would actually be the cockpit right here. So we'll go ahead, tab that on. And at the front of that goes a clear piece. And so that's going to go on like so. And the other side. Let's see if I can get this right the first time. It's one of these. And then also one of these, it looks like. And that'll plug on to the side right here. Reorient that so it's flush. And then, following that, we can take this, which should go, I believe, right in the middle, like so. And then take two of these, stacked on top. Did I miss a piece? Huh. I feel like I might be missing a piece. Oh, I hate it when I'm missing a piece. At least I think I am. Oh, nope. You know what? I was never missing a piece. Silly me. It was actually this blue piece right here that I thought I'd lost. In the diagram, it looks like it's completely clear, so I couldn't really tell at first. Anyways, looks like this is going to go on here, centered. And this oh, okay, I see what's up, I see. Pretty sure anyways. So we're going to take another one of these. Oh, okay, yep. I had this orientated the wrong way. Oof. Big oof. Can I get an F in chat for that, please? I knew something was wrong. This is actually supposed to be on this way, because this part's going to go in the rear. And that's where the thrusters will go. Thank you for the F's in chat. And yes, Kafifi 2020, you are correct. That's a good eye. This is, as a matter of fact, the LEGO Star Wars 2020 Advent Calendar. And right now, I'm building the Millennium Falcon. It's just having a little bit of difficulty trying to discern which pieces went where. But it's coming along nicely for the most part. And we're just going to fill these in, like so. And I think that's all of it. Let me just take a quick look at the back, the front, make sure I've got it right. Weird, I don't see it. Whatever. You know, I somewhat agree with you. 2013 was a golden year for LEGO Star Wars. I just wish I had gotten more sets back then. Yeah, I think we're done here. I think these are all just spare parts, honestly. But anyways, without further ado, here is the mini Millennium Falcon. What sets do I keep sealed? So far, I don't have any of them sealed. Well, I do have an unopened poly bag, but that was one of the options. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I'm sure there are collectors out there who see more value in LEGO sets by keeping them sealed, but I like building. And yeah, this is a quaint little Millennium Falcon. I rather like it. So that's that one. And just to recap, for those of you who've just come in, our previous builds were a Battle Droid, Ben Kenobi's hut, a little snowman gunk, a Republic attack cruiser, a snow speeder, a Christmas DL, and Luke Skywalker. And that's what we have built so far. Oh, and there's a hair on my screen. That is not kosher. Ack, come here. Come here. You will not be interrupting my stream. Alright, but that's the... oh dear. Excuse me. But that's about where we are so far. We're less than halfway through the 2020 Advent calendar. And we're going to be doing the whole thing. So, leaving off from the Millennium Falcon, we're going to open our next panel, which is what looks to be a Christmas-themed Poe Dameron. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. No, that was just me trying to be funny. I'm not Jewish at all, and I don't think YouTube is either. Apologies for the confusion. But, picking up from there, we've got our Poe Dameron. We're just going to quick get him together. Him in his ugly Christmas sweater. Get his head and his hair on. And Poe comes with a little Christmas coffee mug, as well as a blaster. Oh, don't worry too much. I'm sure you can get the well, I actually found this calendar at my local Walmart, believe it or not. But here is your Lego Poe Dameron minifigure. He's got his little Christmas coffee mug and his blaster. So that's that build. Didn't look like it had any spare parts, thankfully. Moving on to the next. And this looks like... Okay, good. This looks like the Razor Crest, which is the signature ship featured in The Mandalorian. I personally haven't watched the series myself, but I do know a little bit about it. So let's go ahead and get this emptied out. All pieces. Dang. No, you're not going anywhere. Alright, so let's see. To start this off, I think we're going to be taking this for the bottom. And it's going to go like so. One of these, followed by one of these. Yeah, I do have to agree there. This advent calendar ran me $30 at my local Walmart. So it was a little bit of a pretty penny. Oh, 50% extra pieces, not prices. Yeah. This particular set has over 300 pieces, which I had mentioned at the beginning of this live stream, if you decide to go back and watch the entirety. But it it also makes for a bit of a lengthy live stream, which is good. I haven't done any Lego content in a little while. Alright, so we got those on. We're going to top that with this piece. Which goes like so. And one of these vent pieces on the rear. And then the front is going to be the cockpit, which is a clear piece. Followed by one of these, which I believe is the rear portion of the cockpit. Because that also features a clear piece. And then I'll go right here in the center. And then on either side is going to be the blaster turrets. And then it looks like lastly, we just need to make the thrusters. I'm going to make those. It looks like we're going to take two of these. And then these, which are going to be This can be a bit tricky sometimes because the diagrams are so small. My vision isn't superb, not to mention the lighting, but I'll figure it out. Don't worry too much. And I believe it's going to be this. Are these dark studs? Or is it? Let's see. Yeah. One of these, followed by one of these. Or, wait, hold up. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Then this will plug in the holder right here. And then this will just tab on to one side of the Razor Crest at the backmost, I believe. Yep. Looks good. Yeah. And then just rinse and repeat for the other side, which is pretty much the same. Cone piece, dark gray stud, hollow gray stud, plug it into its holder. Oh, hello, Unturned Project. Welcome back. You don't want to be a mod anymore? You seemed so excited about it previous stream. The stream that was literally an hour and nearly 2 hours of a glass of ice milk. You genuinely don't want to be my mod anymore? Because if you don't want to, I won't. Okay. Alright. I can respect that. You are officially unmodded. But only because you requested it. Alright, are we done? We're done. I think we're done. Okay, sweet. And here is our little mini Razor Crest from the Mandalorian. Got some nice little details to it for a mini build. So now that that's done, we're going to move on to the next. At 42%. And we're a little over an hour elapsed. Good deal, good deal. So next up, it looks like we have a little Porg. No, that's completely fair, Unturned Project. I guess the only other time I really see you is in Jilly Jack streams. So that is a fair point. Speaking of Jilly Jack, I believe he's streaming right now. Once I wrap up here, I'm probably going to go pay him a visit. Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh, nope. That is a risk when you're building Legos on a flat surface. They go everywhere. Oh dear, oh dear. Anyways, to build our little Porg, it looks fairly simple. Just give him his little feet. It's just an orange stud. And then put this on for his back. Then on either side, we're going to have these for his arms. Make sure I orient them properly so they'll line up. And then on the front for his chest goes this white piece. And lastly, we can take his little dome head. That'll just plug right on the top. And he does somewhat resemble a wonky astromech droid due to his dome head. But here is your little mini Porg. And I'm sorry if the camera's not focusing very well. Let's see if I can't fix that. Nope. No dice, it looks like. Sorry about that. Now that we're done with Porg, I'm just going to set him down here next to all the others. Scoop up his extra pieces. And then go ahead. Oh, wow. I can't believe I did that. I went ahead and threw all the extra pieces for the Razor Crest in with Porg's compartment. So I did a silly willy. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. It's whatevs. Alright. And this marks the halfway point of our advent calendar. And this is what looks to be the Darth Vader Palace. With a little... I'm not sure which model of TIE fighter that is. Maybe a bomber? I can't quite tell. I know there's several models of TIE fighters, like Bomber, the Interceptor, the Silencer. Alright, well, hey, thanks for stopping in, Unturned Project. It was good to see you. I hope you'll stop by again sometime. I'll probably be doing another one of these viewer choice streams down the road. I'm just having so much fun with it. Alright. So now to build the Darth Vader castle, we're going to take this red piece here. I'm going to try and see if I can crease that so I don't have to crane my neck too much. I'm going to take one of these pieces. And hold that together with a vent piece. And then at the base, it's going to be one of these orange pieces. Then on either side, it looks like it's going to be these. Followed by these. And at the front, it's going to be these dark gray pieces. Oop, make sure that doesn't pop off, please. And on the sides, it's going to be these dark green pieces, greenish brown pieces, if you will. Alright, so we're about an hour and 9 minutes into today's stream. And we're only halfway through the advent calendar. Let's see if we can't manage the rest of it with 38% battery power. If not, we'll just have to pick it up some other time. But that looks like everything for the castle. Yep, that's the castle. And now for the little TIE fighter, that's just going to be one of these, with either of these on the side. And there you have a very, very simple mini TIE fighter. So simple, it's literally made out of 3 pieces. Isn't that adorable? But here's the mini TIE fighter. Then here is the mini Vader's castle. Just a little close-up. Okay. Spare pieces in a compartment. Close all these up. And wow, my throat is getting dry. Oh dear. I might have to go and grab myself a drink. Whew. I will BRB. Oh. Ouch. Doesn't really come as any surprise. Talking for an hour straight can dry one's throat out. And thank you, Moldy Salsa. I'm glad you're enjoying this. I'm having a lot of fun myself. I need to make some room for the other figures, so I'll push all these guys up to the corner. Did not realize how big of a project this was going to be. Oh dear. Alright. So that's the first half of the Advent calendar, I do believe. Yes? Yes. Now moving on to the second half. We are at 37% battery power for the phone. So let's see if we can finish. And it looks like this is... I'm not 100% sure what this is, to be honest with you. Perhaps this is an A-Wing fighter? Huh. We'll get it together and have a look. So crease that out. Nope, nope, nope. Don't go anywhere now. Ugh. Goofy Legos. Alright, so it looks like we're going to start with... This piece is the base. And then... Clear piece for the cockpit. Followed by red piece. Wait, no. That doesn't go that quite yet. Oops. Jumping the gun. That will go there. And then this will have the cockpit on top of it. There's another one that's a little bit tricky to figure out from just a diagram. So bear with me, please. Go ahead. These go on the sides. Looks like. And these pieces on the rear go on like so, followed by the red, and then the yellow, clear yellow studs for the thrusters. I believe this goes on like this. Same as the other side. No worries, Moldy Salsa. It's all right. I'm just kind of going with the flow here. If you have something that needs getting done, that is quite all right. I'm not going anywhere. So this will plug onto the other side. And this to the underside. This also to the underside. And these go on the side, each side as the plaster turrets. that will go on like so. And same as the other side. Is that it? I think that is it. Nope, not quite it, because this needs to fill out the rear. And then there we have our little, I believe, A-wing fighter. Picked out in red and white, with some black accents, and clear yellowish green for the thrusters. So I'll go ahead, take the spare pieces, chuck into the compartment, set him off to the side, open our next, which is our red-nosed Tauntaun. Oh, excuse me. Oh, forgot that soda does that to me. Alright, so for the get this. Oh, there's still another extra piece in there. Alright, and then to make our Tauntaun, we'll start at the base with the foot. We'll add on this piece for the main body. And then one of these for the back. And for the chest, another one of these. And a gray stud here to make the neck. And that's going to be, I have on either side these. And then now to make the head, so we're going to take these. These on the back. And on the front, one of these. Oh, but I put it on the wrong orientation. Silly me. That's why it helps to pay attention, kids. The joke there in being my channel isn't for kids, because I will occasionally be known to use profanity, but very rarely. And then for the head, another one of these looks like. And this looks like it's going to go at a bit of an angle. So we're going to do this. And then on either side is going to go the Tauntaun's horns. And that's going to be completed by the red nose. I'll just go ahead attach that to here. And I think I goofed. Yes. Good thing it's a quick fix. See, the nice thing about small Lego sets, well, small Lego builds like these is if you make a mistake, it can easily be corrected. Whereas with the bigger ones, it's a lot more painstaking. So then we'll go ahead, just plug that into there. And then attach his head to the rest of his body. Probably need to pop that off first so we can line it up properly. All right, and is that it? I think that's it. There we go. Here is our little red-nosed tauntaun. Nice little Christmas. Dropped him. As I was saying, nice little Christmassy creature from the Star Wars universe. Rudolph the red-nosed tauntaun had a very shiny nose. And if you watch episode 5, you would even see he froze. Sorry, I couldn't resist making that joke. Anyways, I'm going to take his extra pieces and fling them back into the compartment. Oh, what's battery? 30%? Okay, we're doing all right. Set Mr. Tauntaun off to the side. We're going to open our next one, which is, I believe this is a TIE Interceptor, but I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and get this open. I'm very much a Star Wars nerd, but as far as the lore goes, my knowledge is spotty. So if I get something mixed up, I do apologize. I'll probably be doing my research later on, because I have a feeling this isn't a TIE Interceptor. Now we're going to take this, oriented like so, plug this clear red piece in for the thruster. And then we're going to take a clear piece at the front. Actually, it looks like there's going to be 3 different clear pieces, so one at the front, one at the top. Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. Oh, there's only one clear piece. Ugh, silly me. There I go again. So one clear piece at the front, one gray at the top, and one gray at the bottom. And then 2 dark gray studs on either side. Followed by 2 of these light gray circular pieces. And those are going to be used to hold the wings in place. Those are going to go on like so. Yeah, I think that's right. There we go. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, and that is the finished build for what I assume is the tie, black tie, the Lego tie interceptor. But like I said, don't quote me on that. My knowledge isn't the best. I can already hear the nerds out there screaming at me because I misappropriated a TIE fighter. And I dropped a piece. Whatever, I'll worry about that later. Got 28%. We might just be able to finish this. We'll set the TIE fighter off to the side. Open our next compartment. And this one is a regular Stormtrooper, it looks like. So this is going to be a fairly quick build. Minifigures are always fast to put together. So that's just going to be legs, body, head, helmet, and blaster. And here is your little Stormtrooper minifigure. Another iconic element to the Star Wars franchise. Known for their very poor marksmanship. I mean, literally, if you watch the original trilogy, they can't hit anything. So that is Stormtrooper. Then moving on to the next compartment. This is an X-Wing fighter. Let's try to quick build this one since our battery is getting in the low zone. 27%. So it looks like this. It's going to be the snout. 2 of these. Tipped with this. A red piece. Where the cockpit's going to go. And then another gray piece. White stud on the top. Looks like one of these on the bottom. And then for the other portion, looks like we're taking one of these. It's going to go on the front. These are going to go on either, 2 of these on either side. These are going to hold the wings in place. And then these, which are pretty much the same pieces they use for lightsabers, are going to go on the ends of the wings. And these will clip on like so. And those are going to be finished by these pieces. Okay. Make sure they don't scoot too far back. Ooh, this is kind of a clumsy build. Oh, I see. Yep, I botched that. I definitely did. Because they're supposed to be... Okay, okay. I see, I see. So what they're actually supposed to do is go like this. No wonder there wasn't adequate spacing. So I had it on wrong. So we'll try that again with the correct pieces. Here's one side. There's the other side. Just clip those on like so. That will make the signature X style of the X-Wing fighter. And the main body can just go on from there. And that completes the mini X-Wing. Nice little figure. And it does have a little bit of posability to it. The wings can fold in and out, just the same as the X-Fighter itself can, the X-Wing fighter itself can. So we'll set that down and move on to the next build. I'm going to get a quick drink. And wow, we're already at the hour and a half mark. Oh my goodness. Is my poor battery even gonna last that long? Alright, so it looks like next up, let me first get these spare pieces tossed in. Looks like next up is the Separatist droid control ship from the prequel trilogy. And this looks like a somewhat simple build. So we're going to take this for the base. Like so. On the rear, it's going to go one of these. And that's where you'll attach the thrusters, which are these two clear light blue pieces, studs. At the front, you can add on one of these, followed by this piece and this piece. That's going to make the hub of the droid control ship. And then to make the outer rings, you're going to take these, which are connected by two blue pieces for either side. And then at the very top, it's going to go sit this. Then just connect these like so. And there you have the Separatist droid control ship, which I can't say a whole lot for since it's a mini, but it's still a nice little build. So we'll set that down. Toss the remaining pieces. And then it looks like we're on the home stretch, and we have 23% battery left. So let's see if we can't finish strong. Shove these guys out of the way a little bit. Close up these. And we're going to open number 19, and this is the Sith Trooper, which is a variant of Stormtrooper that wears red armor instead of white. We'll get this opened up, dump him out. And as with the other minifigures, easy build, easy life. Just get body, head, helmet, and blaster. And there you have your little Sith Trooper minifigure, which has a nice little bit of detail to it, especially in the helmet. And moving on from there, we have our little pit droid. Dump that out, make sure we got all the pieces. Looks like to assemble him, I'm going to take the main body piece here. Then take a little gray stud, plug this little T-piece in at the bottom. That's going to allow for us to connect his feet. And then from there, we're going to put these on either side. And these pieces will allow us to connect his arms. Like so. Well, we've got those on. We can go ahead and take this little wrench piece. And then in there can go this little nozzle piece. This is going to make his little lens, for his eyeball. That's going to fit into the wrench piece. We're going to top that off with his little hat. And then we can just plug that right into his neck. And there you have your little pit droid. And these little guys were featured in episode 1 as part of the pit crew for the pod races. All right, we're at 20% now. We have 4 builds left. Put them off to the side. Next up, we got Rey from the sequel trilogy. And this is another minifigure, so it's going to be fairly easy. We're going to take her legs, abdomen, her face, and her hair. And since she is a Jedi-esque character, she is going to come with her lightsaber, which is blue. And we'll put that in her hand, like so. And there you have Rey Skywalker. Although she didn't take the surname Skywalker until the very end of episode 9. Wait, no, not 9. Yeah, it was episode 9. Silly me. But there we have Rey. Set her off to the side with the others. Then I'll shift them all to one other side so we can make a little more room for the remaining 3 builds. This one is, ironically enough, a pod racer. to take and open this up, dump it out, and we'll get started. Ugh, it's just becoming a little bit of a clusterfuck with all the figures and builds here. But don't worry, once I make the Twitter tweet later, I'll have them all organized and standing in a pretty good single file. So then to make Podracer, you're going to take this, place this at the very end. This is going to be the seat. And then this will go at the front. Now to make the engines of the Podracer, you're going to take these, 2 of these each. It's going to attach like so. 1 blue piece, 1 yellow piece. Rinse and repeat, same way. 1 blue, 1 yellow. And then from there, you're just going to take and attach each of the engines to the front. And make sure they're centered. And there you have your little Anakin Skywalker Podracer from Episode 1. Now it's a super mini, so it might look a little weird, but this is indeed a Podracer. Set that off to the side. And then we got 2 more builds. Let's see what we can do with 19% battery. Just go ahead and take these spare pieces, toss them in there. So our semi-final build looks like, what is this? You know, I'm not entirely sure what this is. Oh, you know what? I think this might be the base from Episode 5 when they were on Hoth. It's all white and it's got the turbines. I'm not 100% sure though. So we're just going to go ahead, dump this out, try to get it built as quickly as possible. To do that, take one of these. 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 And at the front, you can have one of these oriented upwards. For the rest of the build, you're going to take this and one of these, followed by another one of these, I believe. Yep. Another circular piece like so. And that's going to be finished with... Oh, silly me, I put it on wrong. Oh yes, I put this on completely wrong. Oof, I'm wasting valuable time. At this rate, my poor phone might actually die. Alright, so now the proper way, like so. And then that will go on there, I believe. Yes? Yeah, that looks good. And that completes the Hoth base. Nice little build there. White, gray with a little accent of blue. Alright, and we've got 17% remaining. That is just enough time to finish our last build. And I'm sure you guys can guess what that's going to be, since we cycle through all the other builds. And number 24 is none other than dun, 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 dun. Why won't you come out the box? Thank you very much. Dun, 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 dun. And here we have, coming in at number 24, our very last build, which is a minifigure. Easy game, easy life. This is the Ugly Sweater Christmas Darth Vader. And boy, have I been looking forward to this one the whole time. Alright, 16%. We got this. Okay. So now to build him. It's a little more of an involved process. Gonna put his torso on. Then you're gonna fold his cape. One hole over the other, so it fits onto his neck. There you've got the traditional Darth Vader cape. Then from there, you're going to take the lower piece of his helmet. That's going to go on his neck before his head. Then you'll take his head, put that on. Then here's a little shot at Anakin Skywalker, his mangled old face before his helmet goes on. Then we're just going to take the other part of his helmet, and that's going to slide right over the top. It should rest securely on the lower half. And lastly, we just got to give him his lightsaber. And there you have the LEGO Star Wars Ugly Christmas Sweater Darth Vader. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, our assembly of the LEGO Star Wars 2020 Advent Calendar is now complete. Here is a little mess of all the minifigures we just spent the past hour and 48 minutes building. But I had a grand time, and thank you to each and every one who showed up today. I will definitely be doing another Viewer's Choice stream down the road. And for right now, I gotta get up and stretch my legs, get something to eat, and then I'm gonna go about my day. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye now.